Hello people of the internet, today we are here to ask the question, Valkyr.
Yeah! What is it good for?
Indeed, what is the Warframe Valkyr good for? To answer this, we will take a look at its abilities inside the simulacrum before taking it out into the live environment to see it in action. After that, we will have a look at how to acquire this Warframe in-game, so let's get to it. Valkyr's first ability is Ripline. Valkyr hurls forth a hook. If it hits an enemy, she pulls them to her. If it hits terrain, she pulls herself to the hook's location. As stated, this ability is a twofold ability with a lot of range on it. As standard, this ability can reach up to 75 meters, which means I can drag an enemy across the entire room of the simulacrum and deal with them one-on-one before the others have a chance to get to me. If they weren't currently frozen in place, that is. The other use allows you to close the gap on your foes, but this one cannot reach the same amount of distance in one use unless you are high in the air at the time of use. This ability can also be used on allies, so if an ally is new to the game and cannot make a jump for some reason, you can pull them across with this and help them out. You can also just troll people too, pulling them around the map as my son likes to do. Valkyr's second ability is Warcry. Valkyr lets out a rallying cry that bolsters her allies' melee speed while slowing down nearby enemies. Once again, as stated in the tooltip, this ability will speed up allies' melee attacks and slow down the enemies. It's not written in the tooltip description, but it is shown in the stats that this ability also boosts allies' armor by the same amount as their attack speed, which in my case is 65%. Valkyr's third ability is Paralysis. Valkyr unleashes her shield, stunning and damaging enemies around her. As stated, this ability uses Valkyr's shield to stun and damage enemies. It does also cost energy, but a very negligible amount. The damage done by this ability is also negligible, but the stun duration can be very useful. Valkyr's fourth ability is Hysteria. Valkyr is imbued with energy and becomes a ball of vicious rage, capable of unleashing a torrent of deadly claw attacks on unsuspecting foes. For some reason, the tooltip does not mention the fact that Valkyr will be using her exalted weapon, the Valkyr Talons, in this ability. In my case, it's the Valkyr Prime Talons. This weapon can be modded separately to your main melee weapon, and you are allowed to use mods such as Prime Pressure Point in both at the same time. The ability also grants 5% lifesteal effect, making it great to use just to recover some health if needed. However, if you build Valkyr right, you can pretty much stay in this form for the majority of the time, which also makes you invincible throughout its duration. Now that we have seen what Valkyr can do, let's take it out into the live environment to see it in action. Valkyr is great for any mission that needs you to lay the smackdown as often and as quickly as possible. In this instance, I am showcasing it in the Exterminate mission Oxamoko in the Void. Valkyr allows you to make mincemeat of the enemies by using melee attacks while Warcry is active, if you weren't doing already. Should you somehow take your eye off the ball and end up losing health, you can simply activate your fourth ability Hysteria to get the health back and cause even more damage. Couple this with a Hunter Adrenaline or Rage mod, and as stated earlier, you can simply slip in and out of this ability almost at will, making survivability a breeze. This amount of survivability also makes Valkyr great for endurance survival missions too. So that's what Valkyr can do. Now you may be wondering how to get your hands on this Warframe. As Valkyr Prime is a thing, you may want to start off by checking if it's available via Void Relics at the time. If not, then you can head on over to the node Themisto on Jupiter to duke it out with Alad V. This boss fight requires you to take down Alad V and his Zenuka companion. You need to start by attacking Alad V. When he goes down, his Zenuka will try to revive him. That is when it is vulnerable. Take down the Zenuka and finish off Alad V, and then head on over to Extraction. Upon extraction, you will be granted one of the 3-part blueprints. This time for me, I got the chassis blueprint. Rinse and repeat this until you have the neuroptics and system part blueprints, and then head on over to the marketplace to purchase the main blueprint for 35,000 credits. With all 4 blueprints in hand, you can get to crafting this Warframe. So there you have it. We have taken a look at Valkyr and what it is good for. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider helping out the channel by clicking the like button. If you would like me to create another video like this for any other Warframe I have not yet covered, then let me know down in the comments below and I will do my best to create that. Also, please consider clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when the next video arrives. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.